Motivation is a big part of something I feel like, everybody needs to have. I think it sparked a little bit of a passion to really encourage and just share stuff that I'm going through, and not a social media influencer, but I guess you can kind of say this is my avenue of just sharing a little bit about myself. One, what God has done for me and how I've been blessed, what motivates me, pushes me. A lot of that is really how I grew up. Grew up with a great family, great parents, and we wasn't rich. We didn't have a whole lot growing up. I remember back probably up until the age of 8 or 9. I grew up in New Orleans, in Gretna on Palfrey Street was the name of the street. Believe it or not, it was, me and my siblings, there's 5 of us total, and then my mom and dad, so 7. We grew up in a small house. You can see the picture here, and this is where I grew up at, probably till I was 8 or 9 years old. And I want to say the house was probably no bigger than 900 to 1,000 square feet. The den was converted to my sister's bedroom, and then it was 4 boys, me and my 3 brothers. We shared one room in the back, which wasn't that big, but we had 2 sets of bunk beds. Played ball outside in the dirt, right next to the house. You can kind of see that in some of the pictures. Probably up until my late teens, early 20s is when I realized, like, man, I didn't have a whole lot growing up. And I think that's really sparked, I want something more for me, my family, the kids, really try to leave a legacy, but also just build something that, I didn't always have. I say that to say, it doesn't matter where you come from, what you had growing up, and the life you had. Again, I had a great life, but I know it could be better, and it always can be, no matter what situation you're in. So I've used that as like a passion to really grow and get better, and to really do more and do something different, to build a different life. I grew up in that house, and you saw the picture of it, a few years ago. The hard work and the hustle and the drive and the passion allowed me to build this house. This is a house that me and my wife built, and we lived there for a few years, and then we had 3 kids at the time we built it. We planned to stay there long term, but life had other plans, like 2 more kids. So we ended up selling it and needing more space. Kind of rough just thinking, man, I just built this house. This was goals. It was more about the family aspect of it. So getting a bigger house on like 4.5 acres, it was moving from that goal to a family goal. Whatever motivation that you look for, whatever motivates you daily, that pushes you, go all in is what I've been saying lately, and just, focus on it and really let that be, something that's going to push you to keep doing more and try to reach those goals. Just don't let where you come from keep you where you're at, and let it push you to a new place and a new height.